Yerp. Peace. Tap. What it do, fam? Peace to the guys. Completeness, wholeness. Just wanted to talk about just a few things on my mind as the spider is crawling on my hand. Ancestors. Neturu. So peace, prosperity, guidance, protection, abundance unto you, fam. Reflection. I just want to say that as dark matter, chaos beings, we come from deep ancestral realms of the subconscious. And we come from within, we come from inner space. You feel me? So, I just want to say, I'm proud of myself. I love myself as I'm growing through experiences, and glowing through my shadows. Life is trippy. It is. It's a DMT experience. We truthfully, shamans and high priests and kings and queens and gods out here, even our reflections that are suppressed, working 9-to-5 jobs in slavery, Walmart, fast food joints, The Hebrew word for job is persecution. And we in the age of Aquarius, this is ancient technology, and we must get in tune with our ancient technology, which is our bodies, and connect to nature. See, Salafu, connect to the ancestors. Hashuda, stay focused. See, our ancestors, we know we come from the dark matter, the sun, Ra, Amun-Ra. And it was light, it was thought, sound, vibration. We are the primordial deities and beings. Now, with that being said, the Salafu, our ancestors, we praise nature. We got a lot of love in our hearts, but we're not to be played with. You see, we see life, and life is in everything, And we see things with an objective mind, with a clear inner over outer standing. You feel me? That's why we can understand the writings, the metal nature. We understand the reflection of life and the symbolic meanings to life. Now, the black cat, Basset, it's an ancestor. That's a being. That's an immortal being. That's an energy. It's a program. We in the matrix, the Neturu, the World Wide Web, the internet. The internet is the internet because everything is connected through the Akashic record cords. The Ray cords, Ra cord. You come out your mother's womb with an umbilical cord attached to you. Now look, the ant, the hummingbird, every animal, every creature, everything that has life is a symbolic representation of the universe, the innerverse, the wind, the trees. See, when you silent and not going within, but because everything is within. But when you're silent and have inner peace, then you can hear and understand that thy mind. We come from chaos, but it's us that brings balance and restores order in the dua. So we understand that we overstand that nature is symbolic of our mind, the signs and symbols of our mind being projected on the so-called outside. But all of these beings, these star beings, we're in a multiverse. We're in a infinite realm. And trust me, there's beings, multidimensional beings in the sky. There's multidimensional beings. When you change your perception, reality changes. You have ancestors all around you. Ancestors, angelic beings in different dimensions that you may not be tapping into. But trust me, they there at all times. Because what is an angel? An angle of light. It's a perspective. It's light bouncing off of your mind. But you are in complete darkness. So with that being said, honor the smallest of creatures. Honor the chicken. Honor the bugs. Honor the people. Honor life as a whole, because it's telling a story to us. There's ancient beings within the clouds. There's ancient beings within the trees. Life is more abstract than you can even fathom. Life is like an abstract painting that morphs and transforms into different shapes. God is a shapeshifter that transforms into different shapes and takes on different forms in this reality. But that's my message. Honor the birds and the bees and know that it plays a function in this universe. It plays a function to you. That little ant, that bird, that earthworm, you are connected to that. It's a part of you. See, on my reflections, us humans, we're disconnected from ourselves, so we disconnect from everything else. We disconnected from the earth. We're disconnected from the trees. We just trample over earth as if we're just so disconnected from earth. Like we walk around and don't even, it's like our brains ain't even in our body, but our body is in our mind. Our mind isn't in our body. Our body's in our mind. But the thing is, we ignore God on a daily. Whether we be too focused, we be distracted. I say that from nature and what is going on. You asking for a sign, but you can't see the sign right in front of you. You praying and asking a sign, and it's a whole deity in the clouds showing you what you need to know or focus on, but you focused on something else. So honor the macrocosm and the microcosm. There's a symbolic meaning to everything. Look it up. Or just ask yourself. Don't always rely on Google. Don't always rely on external things. Look at yourself. How does that bunny rabbit, how does that earthworm relate to you? Ask yourself why. Why am I seeing this? And then you'll understand your dreams and your subconscious. But it's crossing your path for a reason. The signs are everywhere. You can't miss them. That's why those is tapped in. See 333, 44455 everywhere they go. 999 on the license plate, everywhere. Numbers, mathematics, the matrix. But one of my favorites, Bassett, crossing your path for a reason, talking to you, but you're not listening. Sometimes, because 95% of our language is nonverbal, sometimes a being is crossing your path and you just have to look at it. You just have to acknowledge it. There we go. Acknowledge nature. Because it wants to be acknowledged. The tree wants to be acknowledged. Because you want to be acknowledged. Everyone wants to be acknowledged. You know? Even demons want to be acknowledged, mostly. Demons are coming up in your life, want to be acknowledged. Hey, here I am. But don't be afraid of demons. See, a demon will come in your life and say, here I am. And you ignore it because you don't want to look, because you don't want to be that. You don't want to look at yourself. You scared of the reflection in the mirror. You scared of the mirror, but you the one in the mirror. So a demon's coming at you, and you don't want to look at it and acknowledge the duality of nature. Because you don't want to understand your demons. A demon crossing your path for a reason. That demon might be warning you. That demon might be warning you. That demon might be warning you of trouble to come, or trouble that is at hand. Or an angel might be wanting to be acknowledged for maybe how proud of you that it is. But acknowledge yourself, because guess what? A lot of sad, depressed people walking around this life because they feel like nobody, but we are nobody. We don't have bodies. We're just spirits. But guess what? We're in the spiritual realm. You don't want to spend your time in the spiritual realm not being acknowledged. That's like a ghost, right? People have ghosts in their house and shit. And that ghost might be trying to scare your butt like Beetlejuice. Maybe because they trying to tell you a message like, yo, I was here first. I'm knocking shit over because I was here first. You're in my house, actually. And you want to get the ghost out the house, but the ghost trying to get you out the house because they was there first. But guess what? We can coexist in harmony once we acknowledge, which is an understanding. Like, yo, you know what? Let me set up an altar. Let me acknowledge that you was here, or you may be my ancestor. Let me realize you're connected and a part of me. And if I'm not causing disruption and disturbing your peace, why disturb mine? You know? And we could live in harmony, because that's what nature is doing. At the end of the day, nature is in harmony. But we want to knock off the balance of nature and destroy and build so much. But nature is showing us, you know, nothing in nature dies. So if you see dead animals in the street, that's not natural. That's caused by us. But we don't want to acknowledge that. We don't want to see. We see dead things and think it's not normal. Like, oh, it shouldn't have been in the street. Well, no. You know what I'm saying? Like, we shouldn't have built streets. We should realize that these beings are serving a purpose just like us. They getting up every day. They got a job to do. They having babies. They feeding their babies. They sunbathing. They doing their duties of the day. Living just like us. You don't want we don't want to do that to each other. Go and disturb beings, just go destroy the ocean. That's what the problem with humanity is. And you wouldn't want extraterrestrial or other beings, worldly beings, to come just destroy us because you don't think that there's giant beings, cosmic beings that look at us just like we some ants. You gotta realize that everything's connected. We can't just destroy ecosystems when that's a part of us. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? We will in turn catch hellfire because the universe will see us as, you know, not being in harmony. You dig? So really, there's ants in your house because you're leaving food on the floor. You just gotta make the connections and see the reflections of everything that's happening and honor that, because it's an amazing experience to realize that we all kind of doing the same thing here, in different cycles and frequencies. We all just like, but anyways, let me leave it at that. But just abundance to you. Enjoy your blessings because many more to come, and a lot of love in thy heart. And I hope you return to your awareness and remember who you are and give honor to that gives you life, and give honor to things that have life that you can be serve and protect as a protector, as a guardian, and watch over, as a divine being, a supreme being. Watch over this planet Kai, and love the uniqueness of these deities that we see every single day, whether it be through things you can see, like animals and stuff, art, music, or things you can't see, music, but music paint a picture in your mind. You can't see the wind, you know what I'm saying? So enjoy those seen and unseen forces. All right, peace and love, wholeness and completeness. Jedi, amen.